was working on a story about library policy and sexual predators, and we got this great phone call from a viewer yesterday after she saw my story and said that she was so grateful that we did the story because she loves the library, she takes her kids there all the time, and wants to make sure that it is in fact a safe place. And what she told me was great because she said that, she was switching her channels around recently, but after our recent coverage decided she was switching to KEPR because she knew that we were not afraid to ask the tough questions. She actually wrote, she knows we'll ask the tough questions and not be PC about it. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to ask those tough questions. And everyone's a little bit different, but I know what works for me, and that is, I think the first thing you have to ask yourself is this a fair question? Is it fair to ask the library if they're protecting a sexual predator over protecting children? And if you think it's fair, then I think it's definitely okay to ask it. I think, too, you can be nice when you're asking a tough question. You don't have to be, too aggressive. I think it's fair to ask a fair question and still be nice about it. I think the other thing that takes the weight off of asking a tough question or kind of makes it less awkward is asking it as if you're asking on behalf of a viewer. So, for instance, asking, could you understand why parents would be upset if you didn't release the identity of a sexual predator, even though police are investigating a crime about that predator preying on children? So, I think start with that, and then, again, just ask yourself, is this fair? Ask on behalf of the viewer, because viewers want to know those questions, and you can just say that. A viewer called and said, or a viewer called and asked, I want to know this. I want to know why the library isn't releasing that information. What can I do, in the future to make my children safe, and go from there.